stop. To the side, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay? Other hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right. 2, 3. To your left. 2, 3. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Reach up and down. 1, 2, 3. To your right. 2, 3. To your left. 2, 3. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right. 2, 3. To your left. 2, 3. Center. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do one more. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right. 2, 3. To your left. 2, 3. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, hands up on your waist, circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Center cross, knees, circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Switch hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Center. Hands on your waist. Neck turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center tilt to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Center down, circular movements. 1, 2, 3. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, spread your feet. Turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, and stop. Okay, turn, stretch it out. Switch. 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 Straighten the front knee. Switch. 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 Okay, center. Okay, we'll pull the leg in. Switch. switch. Okay, we shake it out. Okay, hands up, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, shoulder roll. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, and stop. Press, release, exhale, inhale. Stop. Hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, elbows and knees. Okay. Palms down. 2, 3, and up. Okay, side to side. Center, lift the knee. And center. Okay, insert the needle. And center. Other side. Center. Okay, leg swing. Switch. Center, side to side. And switch. Okay, shake it out. Hands up, pull in, inhale. Okay, so grilling forward and back. Switch. And Sana. Okay, open and close. Switch. center, circular movements. Okay. And set, okay. Low hoop, rounding out. Okay, center, shoulder height. Elbows down. Okay, lower, palms down, straighten up. Okay, extend. Okay. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, diagonal flying. horse's mane. Diagonal flying. Stroke down, part the horse's mane. Diagonal flying, part the horse's mane. Okay, other side. Diagonal flying. Horse's mane. Part the horse's mane. Diagonal flying. Okay, stroke down, part the horse's mane. Okay, diagonal flying, and one more, part the horse's mane. Okay, cloud hands. Okay, palms down. Carry tiger to the mountain. Up, infinity sign. Okay, form the fists. Okay, palms together, strum the lute. Draw the bow. Okay, fan to the back. Okay, raise the hand. Okay, down, deep breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale. Okay, let's cross the arms, golden cockerel. Golden cockerel, lift the knee, and turn. 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 So you actually have to pull the knee back. So when you lift up, pull it back. Pull it back. Lift up. Okay, so typically in the form, we swing the arms up. Press down, poke, and pull back. Okay, so you come up, poke out, swing up, and back. So we're going to swing up, step down and poke, kick up and pull back, and relax. Okay, shake it out. Deep breathing. Okay, let's set up our hands. So this is like open and close. Okay, again, here's your setup. Here's your left, set up your right. Top hand's the right side. The right hand ends up on the outside, and you spread the hands. So this is where this would be like this, right? So we know from opening and closing, we have a right foot forward. Open and closing, we have the left foot forward, right? So the two movements in the upper body actually will become part of the kick. Okay, then on the other side, this becomes part of the kick. Okay, so whether you do a heel kick, so a heel kick, you would lift the knee up first and try to protrude out as high as you can, but once you lift the knee, it's focused on the heel. So that would be the heel kick, and that applies to both sides. So on the front side, you would do the hands like this. So from Beat the Tiger, we would go down, across, level, and open like this, right? So do we have a movement like this, just like closing the form, right? Or deep breathing. So we stop it here with the heel kick. So when we're here, Beat the Tiger is this, right? And then we lower the hand, so it comes down like a circle, lower hoop. Cross the arms, level the elbows, and the palms go out. So ready? The first upper body movement would be this. Lower body movement would be bringing the knee up when the elbows go up, and then when the hands go out, the foot goes out. Then once the foot goes out and you go to this next position, you go to lower hoop, and you have two punches to the ear. So two punches to the ear is like doing two hooks, but it's the hoop. If you open the hands, it looks like stork flaps wings. Okay, so it's lined up with your temple. Two punches is because your ear and temple is about the same place. So you either use your eyebrows or your ears or your temples as the target. That ends up about the width of your forehead. Okay, so that's a reference point. So Beat the Tiger would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go forward, and 6. So there's Beat the Tiger, there's the heel kick, then there's the two punches here. Those are all separate postures. Okay. So the setup for this, for the kick, so you have one initially coming off the single whip, you're here. But we actually have to get to the right side because the right hand goes on top. You open and you flip and fold. The right hand should be on the outside and the hand goes out. Okay, so where does that come from with the bottom half working? You first set up your left and then go to your right. So this is lower hoop. This is palm vertical. So the other side was lower hoop, palm vertical. Right. So when we flip, it's like this. It's like reversing the ball, but reversing the ball generally, both elbows are out. This is setting up one vertical, one horizontal. We cross. Now once we open and start to turn like this, we have to turn out. Okay, so you see the synchronization of the movement that takes you out, ties into the leg, and then you end up like this. Now when we shift the weight forward, we fold and sink. Now the hands are like this. They're not pulled in, they're out actually like this. Just like cross hands, right? Cross hands. That's from carry tiger to the mountain, and you cross. So you're here. Now we lift the elbow and we point the toe. Then we come back to center. Now we bring the left hand down because we're going to the left side. The left hand's on top. You open, and then when you flip, the toe goes out. When you shift your weight and cross, you end up here. When the elbow goes up and the knee goes up, and you kick, and you're like this. Okay, so those are the first two kicks, breaking it down so that you know the different positions. Geometry of position requires lower hoop, vertical arm, lower hoop, cross, open, turn, fold, kick, scoop down, cross, open, flip over, fold, kick, right hand on top, left hand to the outside, heel kick, so that's another version of heel kick, left side. We stepped up and we did the hold the ball position or the beat the tiger position, we would do the right kick. And then we would do two punches to the ear, and then we end up here. So the hands are crossed like this. So the last two kicks, flip it over. So that's flipping it over. Get your left hand on the bottom, right hand on top, and you end up like this. Okay, and then your hands go out. But because it's a parting leg, what do? We turn our hips, lift the knee, and then this goes around as you bring your hip around. So you lift up and bring your hips around. Don't use just the leg. Go with the hips. So you make a circle with the hips. So once you make that circle, reverse the direction, and then you're going to pivot around, and then flip your hands around, and then we go to the corner, turn your hips, and stroke down. So what I'm mainly interested in is getting you to involve your pelvis, your hips, because your hips actually is directing the movement. A lot of times when we do the crescent kicks, we think it's only the leg swinging around. You know, your leg swinging around by itself is like your arm swinging around, right? You can actually turn like this, right? If you lift your leg and you do what I'm doing with my torso, you see the leg will come around. So when you go up, it's really your hips. And then you can go down to parry and punch, or you open it up. So that you tilt it this way, and then bring it back this way, and then cross, then you pivot around until you're here. Then you bring it around, and then you're here. You see? So try that a few times, see how it feels, right? We're here, right? Cross the arms, turn the body, turn the hips, lift and turn. Turn and pivot around, cross the arms, lift. When you lift, you turn your hips and then turn it back, and then you come down. Now you still have to maintain the balance, but if you just use your hip, you're not going to stress out your leg, and you're not going to be able to just bring your hips all the way around unless you have a summation of these parts. So those are all the the kicks and the posture. So when we're here, ready? 1, 2, 3. This is to your right kick. The right kick is a toe kick. Yeah. And when you do a kick, try to relax the upper body. Because if you don't relax the upper body, you become top heavy and you lose your balance. Top heavy is like being a top. You know how a top is bigger on the bottom and then it spins? Well, if you're not spinning, you're going to lose your balance. And then when you put it down, the top hand goes over the top. You fold your elbow, lift the knee, heel kick, and down. Okay, then the next movement is beat the tiger. So we're just taking each posture, going through the movement. Now this one, we face the corner, right? And when we open, this is really like a potting leg, but it's a leg work. So we're like this, and we're going to open. We bring our foot a little to the left, so it moves to the right. So you move your pelvis, then you can find the position behind. Then you open on the 45, and you come straight up, and you do like a jade lady work shuttle. We pass through the line that passes to the rear corner at a 45 degree, fold the elbows, create the jade lady work shuttle, which is really the arm position. Clench your fists, pivot on the front heel to take us to the front. Now we shift the weight. Now this is beat the tiger. This thing's by the ear. This hand's by the ear. So when you're turning, you don't want to move the hand. Then you end up like this. You hold the hand position to sustain that position, and you just turn the body, the torso. Now we go to the lower hoop, the cross hands, the level elbows, and the heel kick. 2 punches to the ear, and then we're ready for potting leg. Cross at the wrist, make a small circle, and lift. Bring your hip over here till it's here. Then you cross over. Then you pivot around, toe heel pivot. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Stroke down. 1. Parry and punch. Okay. So the turning, when you cross like this, it requires your pelvis and the pivoting of the foot. So when you're here, you're going to do this. So turn the pelvis, turn on the heel, turn to the toe. So it's toe, heel, right? So you're here. Pivot on the heel of this foot, the toe of this foot. So you pivot on this foot, let that one come around, and then this one turns like this. Okay, so it's a pivoting of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you be left, right, so your feet alternate. You got that? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you're like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's not spinning toe, it has to alternate. If you go toe, then your feet will end up like this. You have to cross so that it's toe, heel, toe, right? So the relation between toe and heel is a constant, right? So when you flip over like this, 1, 2, so you're like this. Now this one has to come around. Now this one, when I shift, pivots and then here. You see? So with the legs, what are we doing? We're here, right? Left side, potting leg. This goes up, pivot the hips, down, pivot, toe. Then the hands, left hand's on top, it comes down, fold the elbow, the last potting leg, stroke down, 1, 2. So the last potting leg is left hand on top, drop it down, fold the elbows as the knee goes up, around, and drop. So that's the kicks in a nutshell. Okay, ready? Deep breathing? Okay. So that pivot, the same applies. This is one thing some people were asking, how do you turn to here to do carry tiger to the mountain, right? So if we're facing that way and we start to turn this foot out, we have to shift off of here to the ball of the foot. So when we turn, it ends up like this. Now, once the weight is here, if you push your knee forward, from the back side, you could feel your front knee moving forward, right? That means your weight's in this leg, the hip goes over there, and the hip goes over here, then you go into the stance. You see, so everything comes from the bottom. When you turn here, you start to initiate the turn, but then you have to shift your weight to this foot. Now the foot's kind of hanging there. You push forward with your knee, and then that gets your weight over this foot, and that means you're weighted here. Then when you open the hip and then come through center, you'll have the position. So all of it is control factor. So we do it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's how you control your center. So that's the strategy, but you have to practice it a little bit to get your body in position. All right, let's go through short form. Ready? Preparation. Turn, brush knee 4 times. Strum the lute, turn to the corner, close the door. Form the fists. Center, fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey. Hold the ball, diagonal flying. Sit back, insert the needle, step up, fan through the back. Okay, turn, stroke down, parry and punch. Form the fist, punch. Carry tiger to the mountain. Raise the hand. Bend from the waist. Stork flaps wings. Toe heel pivot. Left side grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. The horse's mane, the Jade Lady works shadow. Crossover. Jade Lady works shadow. Cloud hands. Hold the ball. Okay, keep breathing. Exhale. Okay, short, long form, ready? Preparation. Strum the lute. close the door. Form the fists and punch. Divert, block, and punch. Left it in tiger, springs to mountain. Carry tiger to the mountain. To the first set of obliques. Go to the corner, brush knee, and push. The sparrow's tail. Single whip. Turn. Repulse the monkey. Twist step, carry tiger to mountain, hold the ball, shift. Second set of stepping up and raise the hand. Bend from the waist, stork flaps wings, toe heel pivot. Brush knee one time to insert needle. Step up, fan through the back. Turn. Stroke down, parry and punch. Form the fists and retreat. Go backwards, divert, block, and punch. Step up, grasp the sparrow's tail. Cloud hands. Okay, now we turn to side mirror, and here's where we just went over. Ready? Set up your left, set up your right. Cross. Open. First instep kick, fold. Put your foot down, left side on top. Step out, high pat the horse. Flip as you toe out, fold as you kick the left toe. Cross behind, turn, put your left hand on the bottom, right hand on top, heel kick, left hand's outside. Brush knee, right and left. Go forward to a step. Okay, brush down and push. Then we set up just like a brush knee, but we're going to do a planting punch, which is the hammer fist off the left leg. Allows us to turn 180 degrees, parry and punch. Now here's your setup. The fourth movement is the same as the first series. We set up the right and left, turn to the corner, the refrigerator, lift the knee, open, and cross behind. Now we keep facing the refrigerator till we turn to the front right corner, stroke down to the back rear left corner, and this is like Jade Lady Work Shuttle, but we clench the fist, turn to the side, mirror, lower the hand, cross the wrist, level the shoulders, right heel kick. 2 punches to the air. Put your left hand on top as you cross the wrist, flip it over, turn your hip to the right and open. Now we're going to do the 360 turn. Flip the hands, left hand's on top, fold the elbow, right hand's out, stroke out with the leg, parry and punch, then we repeat. Form the fist, step up and punch. Divert, block, and punch. Cross the arms, leopard and tiger, springs to mountain. Okay, carry tiger to the mountain. Second set of obliques. It's a big repeat, cross. Turn to the corner, brush knee, right push. Second is on the left side, but 180-degree turn. Brush down and push. Now we go back to the right side, grasp the sparrow's tail. Hook your wrists, we turn to the front, single whip. First time to reverse the ball. Takes us to right side, diagonal flying. Now we turn to the street side, stroke down, pot the horse's mane. I'm going to do it 5 times. There's 2 here. Then we go 1 to the left. Pot the horse's mane. Okay. Go out, step up. Last 2 brush, pot the horse's mane. Stroke down. Pot the horse's mane. Now we've got 4 corners. Jade Lady Work Shuttle. Cross over, forward, and back. Okay, now we've got to turn to the front opposite corner, so we have to pivot on the heel, cross step, 1 and 2, forward and back. Okay, now we have to stroke down to do a pot the horse's mane. Okay, now we're going to cross over, do the opposite side. Going to go forward and back. Jade Lady Work Shuttle. Double heel pivot, take us to the other corner. This is where Jade Lady Work Shuttle happens, and grasp the sparrow's tail again. Okay, that's going to lead us to single whip, second set of cloud hands. Okay, hold the ball, transition, cloud hands. And finally back to single whip, and then we're going to turn. Okay, now we have downward posture. Okay, we have a cover hand, snake sticks out tongue, lift up, pull down. Now here's the golden cockerel. Lift up, lift your hands up, and lift the knee, turn your waist. Thrust out kick, lift the knee, turn. Okay, going backwards, second set of repulse the monkey. Okay, so big repeat. So after second set of repulse monkey, we have the carry tiger to the mountain with the twist again. We lift the hands up, open the stance, and we do the third movement that allows us to step up, press forward, raise the hand, bend from the waist, stork flaps wings, to the second set of insert needle. Brush knee, insert the needle, fan through the back, parry and punch. Stroke down, invert the hand, parry and punch. Just like in the Tai Chi Paradigm form, we step up and punch. This time we step up to grasp the sparrow's tail after we divert and block. Okay, now back to single whip. To prepare for third cloud hands. Hold the ball, shift the weight, diagonal flying. Single whip. Okay, turn. We're going to set up after we get the single whip. Palm strikes face. And we turn, we do a single lotus kick, so to kick the left hand with the right foot. Do a left side brush knee and push. The next one's a punch down the crotch. Similar to planting punch, but it's not a back fist, it's a straight punch. Then we step up to grasp the sparrow's tail again. Okay. Okay, next we're gonna go back to single whip, the second downward posture. Okay, then once we're here, cover hand, pull down. Now when we go up and when we swing the arms up, we're going to cross the wrists. That's your 7-star position. Now we retreat with the right foot, step up and ride the tiger. Okay, left palm strikes face, change the palms and turn. Double lotus kick, draw bow to shoot tiger, 2 punches. Step up, this is high at the horse to palm strikes face again. Okay, turn, another parry and punch. It's called turn the body, parry and punch. Set up your left, high pat the horse. Step up to left and right side neutral, grasp the sparrow's tail. Hook your wrists. Hold the ball and reverse. Diagonal flying right side, close the form. Okay, deep breathing. Deep breathing. Deep breathing. Okay, good. So that's everything in a nutshell. Okay, so hand, eye, body, waist, and stance. Have you ever heard of that? Hand, eye, body, waist, and stance? No? Never? Hand, eye, body, waist, and stance? 5 coordinations, yeah. 5. Hand and eyes, those are the first 2. You know, eyes, hand-eye coordination. Okay?